All right, guys. Welcome into Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy, with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. This morning, we are getting into Interledger Protocol, Ripple's ILP, baby. Welcome in this morning to the live stream. It is June 10th, Tuesday, Colorado time, 6:08 a.m. Mountain Time. Here in lovely, sunny Colorado. We're loving it. We're having a great time. We're going to go over Interledger Protocol today. Ripple's Interledger Protocol. Before we do, how's about we get to... yeah. Before we do that, let's get to the cryptocurrency market. And we are going to... Whoops, hang on one sec here. Sorry. Oh, boy. Here we go. All right. Cryptocurrency market cap. We are coming in today at 3.44 trill. And fear and greed is moving over to greed in a large way, 64. We were at 54 yesterday morning. At the same time, Bitcoin ran yesterday up to whatever. I don't know what it was. It was at 110.4 or something when I saw it, or 3. It's at 109.515 right now, up 3.99% on the day. Ethereum making a run for it. Good job, Ethereum. Really think you're a piece of crap, but good job. And I hold you. So go ahead and run. Never financial advice on the channel. And always tap like and subscribe down there, especially if you watch us. Please do that. It helps us so much. XRP making a little run for it as well. $2.29. Up from its $2.20 something cents. Cardano bumping past its 60-cent range. Now at 70 cents for Cardano. And Chainlink up as well to $15 range. We could go on, and we ain't gonna, cause I want to get to Ripple's Interledger Protocol, and I'm gonna just do a quick little, show you what chat says about it. So show you what AI says. Ripple's Interledger. Oh, here, sorry guys. How about I do this? It'll make it. Oh yeah, I already did. All right, bye-bye. Whoops. Okay, here we go. So Ripple's Interledger Protocol is a protocol for routing payments across different financial networks, enabling interoperability between various systems and currencies. It's designed to facilitate cheaper, faster, and more secure cross-border transactions, much like how the Internet's TCP/IP protocol allows different devices to communicate at one time. Interoperability, ILP, allows payments to be sent between different payment networks, even if they use different currencies or technologies. Multi-hop routing. Payments can be routed across multiple connectors, intermediaries, to reach the final receipt, even if they are not directly connected. Simple protocol, ILP, is designed to be easy to implement and use, inspired by the simplicity of TCP/IP. Open and extensible. The protocol is open source and allows for extensions and customization to suit specific needs. Now, here's how it works. Connectors. Connectors are entities that have accounts on multiple payment networks, acting as intermediaries for routing payments. Packets of value. Payments are sent as packets of value that are routed through the network of connectors. So interesting. Such a geek. It's interesting. Got kind of geeky, I think, to like this. Trustless sending. It's so sexy. Trustless sending. Oh my gosh, that's so creative and interesting. Trustless sending. The protocol guarantees that the sender's money cannot be lost or stolen in transit, as the connectors are incentivized to forward the packets correctly. Interesting. Atomic or universal mode. ILP can be implemented in two modes. Atomic, which involves notaries and ensures the transaction is only executed if both parties agree. Okay. And universal, which works between untrusted connectors. Okay. Now you know that. You got atomic versus universal mode. Interesting. Atomic node involves notaries and ensures the transaction can. Okay, so atomic sounds like it's more secure but slower, and not. This sounds like kind of like open source, closed source. I don't know if that's true or not. I wonder. We're going to find out a little more about atomic and universal mode. The benefits: faster and cheaper transactions. Interledger protocol can reduce the time and costs associated with cross-border payments by eliminating the need for intermediary and central control. Intermediaries and central control, Improved interoperability. It enables seamless exchange of value across different payment networks and currencies. More secure payments. The use of connectors and the protocol's design ensure that funds are securely held in escrow until the transaction is complete. In essence, Ripple's Interledger protocol provides a framework for connecting different payment systems, allowing for the seamless exchange of value across borders, regardless of the specific currency or network used. Do you see? Interledger protocol is an open protocol suite for sending packets, so it is open. Well, it is. So whether it's atomic or universal, they're both open. Okay, those are just modes inside this open source Interledger protocol. Pretty sure. Hope that's correct. Like the internet connectors, and we'll make sure. Like the internet connectors route packets of money across independent networks. So now we're actually, so with the ILP, can you see what we're doing? I tried to think of a third word that rhymed and I couldn't. That's why I paused. It would have been fun if I did. Then there'd be tree. Oh, I did rhyme it. Way too late though. All right, now here's the deal. Interledger protocol is moving the value like we move information. You getting this? That's what it's doing. How we say Ripple's going to move money the way we move value. I love how it gets big like that. Wow. We value the way we move information today in email. Yeah, this is the moving money or value the way we move information in an email today. Interledger protocol, I'll read it again, is an open protocol suite for sending packets of value across different payment networks. That's moving money like we move information today, which we've not been able to do. Like the internet, connectors route packets of money across independent networks. The open architecture, so not walled gardens, not silos, not siloed architecture, open architecture and minimal protocol enabled operability for any value transfer system. Holy shit! Let me ask you a question. Put your thinking cap on for just 2 seconds. What this working, Ripple using this working with the banks, with the world's financial payment systems, the world's banks. Can I just ask you what you think that does to Ripple XRP? Don't give me this stupid bullshit. There's not enough money to make the market cap go that high. Rah, rah, rah. Frank, there's not enough money to make the market cap go that high. So stupid. And fun. And fun. We are having fun. All right, let's get into this shit. What do you say? How about we just get into this? Actually, how about we don't? How about we put Knucklehead back up on the screen? And how about if Knucklehead teaches you some shit about the Interledger protocol? Let's run through some notes here. What is the Interledger protocol? Exactly. What is it? Well, my notes say it's the internet for value. It's moving money the way we move information today. Because we use SWIFT, Society for Worldwide Financial Telecommunications, which is a messaging system that moves the world's money, essentially, and it doesn't move the world's money. It messages the world's money. In this way, the world's money moves. I guess it does move it. I guess it moves it, right? If it's the messaging system. But it doesn't actually, provide the accounts with the liquidity. Those Nostra accounts are completely separate. It's not a bank. Swift's not a bank. It's simply a messaging system. Ripple, with its XRPL and Interledger protocol interoperability, is looking to be the liquidity of a city and the messaging of a SWIFT and make this shit work the way a UFO works. Yeah. Like using a different frickin' physics. Well, same physics, but just, you know how a UFO works, right? Everybody knows how a UFO works. Come on. If you don't know in 2025 how a UFO works, holy crap. It falls downward, right, all the time. It just falls. It perpetually falls. It has no propellant. It doesn't need one. It literally just slips through dimensions by falling. Constantly falling into a singularity, we'll say. It falls towards a singularity constantly, and that's how it flies. At super fast speed. There's different speeds, different modes. Anyway, we're not here to talk about how UFOs work. We're here to talk about, but I tell you what, you wish you had one of them some bitches versus a regular jet plane now, didn't you? Don't you? Wouldn't you? Yeah, you would. Don't you want the fucking UFO? Yes, you do. Look if I offered you a Cessna plane, brand new 2025, or a very slick out of this universe UFO, out of this system UFO, you would say, what can UFO do? Is it faster? Is it better? Is it cheaper? Is it blah, 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 blah? Is it millions of years advanced, thousands at least? Yes, it is. And I'll take that one. Thank you. So anyway, let's get back to Interledger protocol. That's all the banks are going to say. They're going to say, oh, well, we've been using the Cessna, but you tell me you got a fucking UFO? I'll be taking that one. Thanks. Ripple ODL, sign me up right now. Hello? Yeah. When it's legal? Yeah. They're all going to use it. Oh, it's never financial advice on the channel, but where do you think this sends the price of XRP? There's not enough money in the world to make the market cap go that high. Because I don't know about thin liquidity, because I've not educated myself on what thin liquidity is. Or I just don't remember how I used to have a batting average when I played baseball as a kid. Right? You know what I mean? When you had 3 batting averages there, and you were like, holy shit, my 4th at bat. Oh, I got a home run. Look at it. Now I'm batting 800. And, then you get a strikeout. You got a whatever. You get thrown out by a shortstop. Boom, boom, boom. You fly out to center. You strike out again. You get a hit. You're down to below 400, which is why it's so hard to have a 400 batting average in any fucking league. I don't care what league. If it's a softball league, you try it. It's hard to have a 400 batting average consistently, and this is why. The eyes are opening. The ears are opening. Yes, this is what's going on. Thin liquidity. And then, as you have more and more batting averages, you're like, what the hell? I can't get out of this freaking 300 to 250 range. Why is my batting average not going? Because you got too many batting averages averaged in. Now you're not suffering from thin liquidity with your batting average. And now every at bat, it doesn't really move you that much. All right. Do you get it? That's what's going on. XRP crypto will be way early. We're thin liquidity with this market right now. We're dealing with thin liquidity. We've not existed for 20 years. We've not existed for over 100 or whatever the way the stock market has. Right. So we're suffering from thin liquidity still. So now it does not take all that money to come in and have the market cap be so hard in order for its price to go that high. No, it doesn't. It is not. And that's actually a fact. Check out how many millions it takes to come in, and I forgot what the number is, but it takes X millions to come in into XRP for it to go up. It's like billions. It goes up. Market cap. So, yeah, that's not an indicator. Let's get back to the Interledger protocol. That was an awesome side rant, I feel like. People get so pissed in the comments sometimes and they're like, and you don't stick to the point. Well, it's supposed to be a fun, like, freaking coffee talk thing where I educate, I do some side tracks and shit. Like, quit being such a wuss. I'm saying that to the wussies in the comments. And thank you, by the way, for supporting the channel. And to the awesome people in the comments who don't say negative, dumb shit. Thank you so much. And we love you, too. We love both of you. I don't care. We do good, bad. Hey, you're still making us successful here on that channel. So thank you. What is Interledger protocol exactly? It's the internet of value. Okay. So it's like internet routes information across networks. ILP routes value across different payment networks, ledgers, blockchains. Invented by Ripple in 20. By the way, it's never financial advice on the channel. I don't care how much I say, hey, oh, XRP's great. You never do anything because of what I'm saying. You do make your own decisions. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. It never will be. It never was. Just like the internet routes information, that's how this works. Invented by Ripple in 2015, but now governed by the Interledger Foundation. It's not decentralized. A nonprofit spun off to grow it independently, though Ripple remains a major contributor. See, Ripple's in control. Core goal, but when I do that voice, that's my fun little Bitcoin maxi thing that is for those who wish to not open eyes. Let's move on. Core goal, enable instant atomic transfers of any kind of digital asset, fiat, crypto, reward points, etc. across any payment system or ledger, even if they are not compatible. That's some crazy stuff. Now you're talking. Okay, so you think of it basically as a universal payment translator, okay, connecting PayPal to Visa, to a bank ledger, to Ethereum, to XRP Ledger, to whatever you want to connect to without having to trust a middleman. Any mas. No mas. How ILP works step by step. Let's walk through this. You're routing a payment from a U.S. bank to someone's WeChat wallet in China, let's just say. Okay, so WeChat is their everything app that does their banking, their Facebook, all their shit, all on WeChat. Connectors, okay, first thing, the connectors, the middleman, you don't have to trust. Okay, so these are nodes in the ILP that pass along money from one to the other inside the Interledger protocol network. And then each connector holds balances in systems. USD Bank Ledger and Chinese Yuan mobile wallet, for instance, in our case here. Okay. So you think of them as basically money routers. I hope you're learning something here this morning. And if you are, will you please tap that like and subscribe button? Thank you. They don't keep your money. They'll only pass it along. If they know they'll be repaid, like the next time around, the next hop. Okay, so they're basically money routers. That's interesting. I never realized that. They're middlemen you don't have to trust. Those are connectors. We just covered connectors. Here, let's do this. Let's not. Well, let's. I love that. Let's do it. Let's not. Let's do it. Nah. All right, let's do it. No. All right, yes. Here, I'll take these off. No. I know you can still hear me. Even though I can't hear me, we are going to So the first is connectors. You got atomic. Well, I guess not universal there. We'll cover universal, I guess. They're not going to cover universal, but we know about universal, so we'll mention that. The third is ILP packets. Yes, yes, yes. And the fourth is ledger agnostic routing. And number 5 is what nobody wants to hear, but it is true. Don't say that. There's no need for XRP. And we know that XRP is always the first preference, according to David Schwartz. We have heard him say multiple times that. Why am I not looking at you? Sorry. Multiple times that David Schwartz has said that XRP will be used first. It will be the first thing sought out to use, and then other things can be used. But we'll always go to use XRP first, which is good news for XRP folks. Holders. XRP holders. Never financial advice on the channel. I always have to say that to clarify. This is for educational and informational purposes only. And the more I get there, the more you can see. So I'm going to hang this way, so you guys can still see the board. Now, we are going to get back to the atomic transfer using conditional payments. There's also a universal transfer, which we're aware of. And it doesn't sound like that's as secure, the universal transfer we talked about earlier in that article. So every transfer is made conditional on a secret being revealed called a cryptographic hash condition. So every transfer is made conditional. It's conditional upon a secret being revealed, okay, called a cryptographic hash condition. The receiver of the payment generates a secret. Now, the sender's money only moves if that secret is revealed within a time window. That's what makes ILP atomic. Either the entire chain of payments completes. Hang on, let me say that again. That's what makes ILP atomic. So either the entire chain of payments completes or it fails. Okay, so no one's left hanging. Like either it happens or it doesn't. And it sounds like the way that it runs, I mean, as long as you have the secret on the other end and you're aware and you're ready and you respond within that time limit, then it sounds like the money will be sent. ILP packets, like internet data packets, number 3, ILP packets, similar to how data moves across the network, each packet includes a destination address, an amount to be sent, a cryptographic condition, and an expiry time. And that cryptographic condition is what we were just talking about, that little secret. That's kind of cool. Number 4 is the ledger agnostic routing. And ILP doesn't care if you're using XRP. Ledger, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Visa, PayPal, Fedwire, or even in-game credits can be used. That's kind of cool. Not that I would do it, but it's interesting. As long as ledgers can lock funds temporarily and fulfill or reject conditions, then they can be part of the ILP network and help to move this value. Interesting. Number 5, no need for XRP, but it helps. Oh, I'm not going to use XRP. Yeah, don't worry about it. ILP is not tied to XRP, though XRP can be used as a bridge asset when needed for liquidity or speed, and that's what we're talking about. When we say David Schwartz has already mentioned, it goes to use XRP first. XRP becomes valuable in the ILP ecosystem when it's, the cheapest, fastest, or most liquid path between two assets. And it is, and that's why it gets chosen first. And so we typically use the XRP first. But ILP itself is neutral. Any assets can move across it. So, why does ILP matter here? The big picture is that big banks, fintechs, wallets, blockchains, they all speak different payment languages. And that's why ISO 20022 came about, was put in play by International Standard of Operations. Go to ISO.org and you will see the international codes for basically everything, including, and I love it, it's culinary, it's garbage removal. Oh, don't mix those two things. Best surgery practices, for surgical equipment, for setups, for everything in a hospital, anything having to do with construction, OSHA, blah, 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 all that stuff, all has a best practices, international standard of operation, or an ISO standard. Go to ISO.org and look at all the number codes for everything, every industry, including banking. So ISO 20022 is the banking messaging code, the bank messaging code, to send more rich data messaging packets so that we can understand through the pipeline, once the money's sent, like what in the hell's going on with it. Because now you send a query through the system and you kind of don't know where the hell the money, what's going on with the money that you'd sent. You'll send a query about it asking, you kind of won't get a lot of information about it. So that 3 to 5 days that it takes for Swift to send your money through, this is all changing now. This is different. This happens in 3 to 5 seconds with Ripple's ODL and through the Interledger protocol, ILP, that we're covering today. 3 to 5 seconds, 4 pennies. Anyway, let's get back. So basically what we're doing here is we're unlocking sideload, what used to be siloed payments or walled garden payments. That's what Ripple's doing. So banks, fintechs, wallets, blockchains, all of them speak different payment languages, and ILP acts as the universal translator, allowing money to move freely across the isolated systems. Good morning, Luke. How you doing this morning? Welcome into the chat, my good man. ILP acts as the universal translator, allowing money to move freely across all of these isolated systems. There's no need for central clearinghouses now. ILP moves Interledger protocol, removes intermediaries like Swift and ACH. So ACH is automated clearinghouse, and Swift is Society for Worldwide Interfinancial Telecommunications, which is the messaging system that moves the monies. Now payments settle peer-to-peer across networks with no middleman risk. Micropayments and streaming money is a third thing to consider here. ILP Interledger protocol enables real-time tiny payments or micropayments as low as a fraction of a cent. So think like this. This is what we're talking about here. We're talking about pay per second for music streaming. So as you're streaming music, if you're reading an article, metered viewing while you're reading, metered viewing for videos, Same thing for an article you're reading online. You're being charged for each word that you read. You're being paid, by the way, now every minute that you work, it's deposited. The value is put into your bank account, like up to current point in time, if you're paid hourly or whatever, if someone's paid like that. IoT device paying for data in real time. So that's what's coming with micropayments and streaming money. Super cool, fast stuff. Modular by design is a fourth thing to consider here. ILP, it's not trying to be a one giant payment system. Basically, they interface with all the rest. So instead, it plugs into existing infrastructure, letting each system keep its rules and governance, and it plays along with that. And it makes it very appealing, of course, to banks, remittance firms, gaming platforms, telecoms, streaming services, all want this, anything new coming down the pike like this, to fall in line with their existing payment infrastructure and integrate seamlessly or interface seamlessly with it, right? So ILP versus RippleNet versus XRP. Now, first of all, the purpose, ILP, it moves value across any ledger. RippleNet, messaging and liquidity platforms for banks. XRP, digital asset transfer, digital asset for super fast transfers. Now, created by, let's see, we don't need to get into that. That's okay. Target audience for ILP, though, is developers, fintechs, and wallets. And for RippleNet, it's banks, payment providers, of course. And for XRP, it's exchanges and bridge services. So AMMs are going to, automated market makers are going to play a big part in this too. Moving forward, we've covered so many videos on that. Check our automated market maker videos, please. Now, real world examples using ILP. There's a few. There's Coil, there's GateHub, there's MG Social, and Cinnamon. What each of them do? Coil's a browser extension that pays websites in real time via ILP streaming. GateHub is an integrated ILP for cross-border. For cross-border ledger payments, and MG Social and Cinnamon, like you would think, XRP ledger-based platforms using ILP for creator monetization. That's interesting. Now, XSpring SDK is a fourth. That's Ripple's dev tools that include ILP capabilities for building apps. Interesting. Now, here's some fun tech details for the nerds. Protocol stacks. ILP layer. Its ILP layer is a value routing logic layer. Transport layer. For streaming money, it's called Stream in caps, all caps. That's the acronym. That's its transport layer, Stream. That streams the money. Application layer, the use case like subscriptions, paywalls, etc., are what the application layer is. And Stream protocol, so basically think of it as TCP for money. So it ensures packets arrive in order and are confirmed, so everything runs smoothly. Stream, the capital STREAM, that moves that money. Resend, it handles resending of failed packets, flow control, and also secure exchange of payment details. Strategic impact for Ripple and XRP and ILP. Now, here's the deal. ILP is Ripple's long game, guys, and we know this too. Infrastructure level, we didn't need this morning's live to tell us this. We knew this already. ILP is Ripple's long game, infrastructure level innovation. That future-proofs the XRP system for us. As financial services modernize, ILP, Interledger Protocol, positions Ripple to be the router of money on a global scale. What's the total addressable market for Ripple? All the fucking money. ILP makes XRP more valuable by making it easier to route payments, where XRP is the most efficient bridge asset. Let's do that one again. Let's do it again. ILP makes XRP more valuable ILP makes XRP more valuable. I know you don't need to use it, but it does make it more valuable when used by making it easier to route payments where XRP is the most efficient bridge asset, because it is. And that's why David Schwartz is saying, you don't need to use XRP, but it will be used first. It's the fastest. It's going to search for the fastest liquidity possible, and that will be that is XRP. So it will use it first. It will use it first. In a world of tokenized everything, ILP will become the universal plumbing underneath. Huh. Interesting. So it's like I'm a frickin' tank rolling through a jungle full of frickin' bullshit, outdated financial plumbing infrastructures. And here comes XRP to rebuild in the wake. Now, here's the summary on Ripple's ILP. It's like HTTP that the internet uses for payments. So it's the internet of value. It's moving value and money the way we move information today, because we've never been able to do this before. Never realized all of this until, 5 years ago or so when I started learning all that shit. Holy crap. How silly. What an antiquated, silly little system that we use to move our money. Yeah. Sorry, Swift. You know it's true. Come on. Can't look in a mirror every day and say I got a nose on my face, and I don't have a nose on my face. Like, yes, you do. You look in the freaking mirror, you see you have a nose on your face every day. Quit lying to yourself. All right, an open protocol is what Ripple's ILP is. An open protocol for moving value across any ledger, any asset, anywhere. It breaks never been done before in the history of the planet. It breaks down financial walls, enabling fast, atomic, cross-system payments, or siloed walls or walled gardens. It breaks them down. Without needing intermediaries, by the way, and XRP isn't required, but it becomes more useful in an ILP-connected world. XRP does. Because it's the fastest liquidity solution, and the system is going to look for the grease that makes it move, the liquid, the water that makes it move the fastest, and it is Ripple. It is XRP. If adopted at scale, ILP could quietly become the invisible infrastructure behind the global economy's digital value movement. Oh, you don't say. Yeah, wise ass. You don't say. That's why we're doing all this shit. Okay. Pretty much that statement, kind of. Like that. Like the key to when you start understanding what money is, how it works, how it moves, even on the most basic level, which is kind of all we are. I don't understand incredibly deeply the way the masters do. I know enough now. When we understand, we see that liquidity is what matters in markets. It's liquidity. Yeah, it's liquidity. It's the ease of flow of money. It's that when I want to, with order books with the stock market, it's that when I want to go buy 10 million shares of Verizon, and I want a seller on the other end of that. There's the share. They have to be available on the other end, liquid, in order for me to make that move and say, boom. A few seconds later, thank you for my $10 million of Verizon shares. Know what I mean? It's liquidity in the market. You want to send money. You want to move money. You want any type of money. You want any type of transaction. You want a company wants to buy a this or that, the other thing. Even you as a retail person on a small level, or me as a consumer on a small level, retail consumer. Yeah, the liquidity of money, that's what matters. It's the flow of money. That M2 money supply, that's what matters. That's what moves markets, is the M2 money supply. So when you start to understand a little bit, and we're here to help you, we're here to try to teach. Remember, we went over M0, M1, M2, and M3 money supplies. I think there's a video or two on it. Oh, check that out. Tap like and subscribe, please. And we can wrap it up. We can go on and on about ILP and where it's going. We're going to end up doing a video on it, so I will wrap it up on it. So I'm going to wrap it up here at the 40-minute mark. Thank you for joining us in on the chat this morning. And you know we love you, Luke. And we hope you enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. We hope that it's sunny wherever you are. Please don't forget to check out our affiliate link, which is, as you well know, our beloved Caleb and Brown. Because if you go to Caleb and Brown and do a little research on Caleb and Brown and realize that holy sheep shit, I can keep my funds there, my crypto there, in institutional grade custody with Fireblock security. They don't commingle my funds. They keep them 1-to-1. I can set any kind of trade orders that I wish for buy and sell with no limits. Oh my gosh, if I want to yank out a mill, I can just go ahead and do that and pull the trigger. You make sure you're clear with your bank account and everything else. No financial advice on the channel. We're here to educate. They're available 24/7, and you get your own concierge personal crypto brokerage, individual, your own broker. You do. You get your own broker. You really do. And I've been using them for quite a while, and I do think they're fantastic. And I'm very impressed with Caleb. You really can get your person on the phone anytime you really want to. Basically, they're out of Australia. Some people are like, oh, Australia? Yeah, not a concern. Very stringent financial regulations over in Australia, and even more so than the U.S. So no sweat with the interoperability, interplay between the United States money system and Australia's. Anyway, check them out. And please tap like and subscribe. And please join us for our next Tank Talk Live, which is about 6 a.m., depending on technical difficulties, and because we're a little green at this. But sorry, let me get back. So we would love to see you in here each morning at about 6 in the morning, Colorado Mountain Time. And we hope you do enjoy the rest of your day. Please tap that like and subscribe.